had their courses.
Who are those ones here? They have not had their courses. Who are those ones here?
Okay, let's find what that means.
Yeah, exactly.
A divorce.
Why doesn't it say who stopped their menses if it's talking about, for example, women who stop menstruation?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
So about the menses, right? Why doesn't it say women who've stopped their menses? So it's talking about women that have not had their menses. And this is why in many Muslim countries you have men marrying children because it's allowed.
Exactly.
You can marry children when they're 9 years old or even younger.
It's in the Yas, the spirit in the Yas of menstruation. Let's look up the actual Ibn Kathir and Tabari and let's find that.
But the Quran should be enough. You shouldn't need tafsirs. The Quran says that it is enough.
Knows it, but don't worry.
So would you, let me ask you straight.
I'm opening
so
my ears for your
would you,
argument.
in this country,
If you don't know it, I'll give benefit of that you don't know.
Please do give.
So let me show you. I'll give
sure.
you benefit of that you don't know.
Give me the Ibn Kathir. And Tabari and whatever.
so you shouldn't need it even perfume. The sample, the Quran says that it is enough.
Then you shouldn't need Bible scholars as well.
Does the Quran, but we don't make that claim.
We do have that.
We don't make that claim.
Stuff out as well.
Does the Quran
so
say that
say
it is sufficient? But does the Quran say that it is sufficient? It says that, so you shouldn't
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
The Quran says,
it says
من
that.
اتبع القرآن والسنة تنبيه. So you have to listen to what the Prophet says as well.
No, it
so
says the
doesn't
Quran
say
is
that it's
enough.
by itself.
Let's check
This is a bad website. وإلا يئسن من المحيض من نسائكم إن ارتبتم فعدتهم 3 أشهر. She's very Muslim, very Palestinian. My wife.
Oh, that's good.
Can you find something? What's this?
I understand that part. But the thing is that there's a category of people in this place. The ones, it says the one that have not had their menstrual course because they are too young.
Does it say that? It doesn't say that.
It just says that.
Where is
Ibn
it?
Abbas said it. That's why I want to...
No. Did the Quran say it or not?
No. The Quran... Okay, this is the thing. Have you read the 65, right?
I just read it now.
Did it mention the category? Did it mention the category for you? How do you know the category yourself?
It seems like you're adding that category.
I didn't have it. I will show you Ibn Abbas saying
it. It said despaired of menstruation. Do you know what that means? That means they can't menstruate anymore. It's literally...
No.
It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that.
It's literally... You know what, in Arabic, what you call it? Menopause. You know what we call it? Sin al-yas. You know what?
So you...
No, I'll show you.
So are you okay with your prophet having married a child? Are you okay with that?
You call her a child.
I'll show you to you.
Married the daughter of his
friend.
Sahaba, of his friend.
Okay.
He got married because then when she was old enough,
let's read it.
She wasn't old enough. She was 9.
No, by your
she
judgment.
was 6.
By your judgment.
No, by the Muslim country's judgment. Even in Palestine, they marry children.
Just one argument.
Even in Palestine, they marry children.
I am from Palestine.
That's a lie.
I grew up in Palestine, and I'm not a married child, am I?
Yeah, because not everybody will follow the example of a pedophile prophet.
If I have sex with a 16-year-old, is that okay? Yes or no? Is that okay?
In this country, it is,
Good.
yes.
So we decide whoever we want. So if I go to the US and I have sex with the same girl, I'm a pedophile there.
No, let me show you.
You would be, but the thing is, you wouldn't be with a 9-year-old. What happens with a 9-year-old?
I have one standard.
What happens to a 9-year-old if you have sex with them?
1 second, I'll be back with you. No, it's not 9-year-old, it's puberty. Just 1 second.
No one, so you can have sex with children who are 5 that hit puberty according to your belief.
I just can't jump. Just let me answer this. I'll be more than happy to have the interview. Give me 1 second. You're a woman. I read it out loud. Instead, I'm just trying to admit anything.
Yusuf Ali.
What's this? This is Sahih.
Yeah, use Yusuf Ali translation.
As those who no longer expect menstruation among your women, if you doubt, then their period is 3 months. And also for those who have not menstruated, and for those who are pregnant.
Hold on 1 second. You said those have not.
Yeah, but
okay, this is the one I'm talking about.
Their term is until they give birth. Okay? And whoever fears Allah, He will make for him his matters ease. Okay, so what you said, the ones that did not menstruate, because you're forgetting the girls that do not get children, that do not menstruate.
Listen.
Why are you forgetting that? Why are you forgetting that? Why is it
pedophile? Listen, I'm not forgetting it.
Why are you pushing a narrative?
There's 3 categories here, right?
Okay.
3 categories.
I'm reading what you're saying.
There's 3 categories here.
This is all about divorce. So this
I know it's about divorce. I'm not about that.
It's not about if a woman does not. It's not about her being under
I will
the
explain
age
it to you. I will explain it to you.
He's saying if you divorce her young, means you married her young.
No, let me explain it to you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is not true.
I will explain it to you. Hold on. I will explain it to you. Hold on. Just hold on, yeah?
Racist.
There are three
racist
categories
woman.
here, right?
She's a racist woman.
One
this
is
girl.
what? The
Racist.
one that they cannot have it anymore
Laugh your
because they've
racism
reached
off.
menopause.
Racist woman, man.
Menopause, yeah? There's one that this one is said because they've not had it. They've not had it. And those who, I don't know, and those who
have not menstruated.
Okay. They've not menstruated at all.
Okay.
That's another category.
Hold on.
Hold on.
What's that
I'm
category?
not interpreting, I'm just saying that's another category, right? They've not menstruated before. And those are pregnant. Those are the three categories that Allah was talking about.
Yes.
So now, the one that they've never menstruated before, who are in those categories? Can you tell me those people?
The women that do not that do not beget.
Before we check the commentary, who do you think are in that category? Who are the people that fit?
What you are saying about the women that have not hit puberty fitting in that
I didn't say
category is
puberty.
correct.
Menstruation.
I'm saying the women who have not hit puberty yet do not menstruate. That is a fact. That is true.
That what? What is true?
That women who did not hit puberty yet do not menstruate.
Yeah, those
they are
ones,
young.
yeah.
That is true.
Are they young?
But
They can be 6, right?
But what we are saying, there are laws in Islam of marrying a woman.
Don't let us talk about law first. Don't let us talk about law first.
So
Let's clarify this first.
If you cannot marry a child, if you cannot go,
That's the way you're making mistake. He's talking about divorce here.
If you cannot consume a marriage with a child, if you cannot marry a child, why would you divorce a child in the first place?
So this is the thing.
So this does not apply.
Listen, yeah. This is where you're making a mistake here. Allah is talking about 3 categories here.
Okay.
Right.
And this category is telling them you have to wait 3 months if you're going to divorce these people.
Yes.
This is what Allah is talking about. You have to wait 3 months.
Okay.
So someone that is too young is in this category as well.
It is not. That's not what this is his own interpretation.
You just said it now that if you've not.
I said the fact that is unchanged. Young girls do not get their periods. But there's another law that says you cannot
I'm talking about this part.
Oh, no, but you cannot take what you want.
No, I'm not taking away. I'm not taking. I will not show you where the commentary where Ibn Abbas, when they were asking, and Ibn Abbas said, this category of people, they are too young to menstruate.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is this, yeah, I will not tell you. There's another verse that if you've never had sex, you don't need that period. Do you know that? In Islam, if someone marry and you've not done anything in the marriage, you've not slept with your husband, you don't need that period.
You don't need
You don't need it.
the period.
You know this is that period, the waiting period. You don't need it. That period. You don't need it.
Yeah.
Do you know that, right? You know that, right?
Yes.
So for these people to be in that category, too young, for them to be in this category, that means you can get married, sleep with them, and divorce them. You don't need to. Why will a child be in the category that you can divorce?
I get what he's saying.
Let me answer.
But so this is not the thing.
You can't leave the entirety of the Quran and pick and choose what you want because
But
it's
I'm not
incomplete.
But that's fine. That's fine.
Can
I answer that?
Hold on 1 second. I'm not picking and choosing. You are the one picking and choosing because Muhammad married someone
No,
that's.
we watch
1 second.
everything in context.
Muhammad married someone that's 6 years old.
Incomplete.
1 second.
If I tell you,
Let me answer.
Muhammad married
please.
someone that's 6 years old and consummate the marriage at 9 years old. So if you're saying that I'm picking and choosing, I am not. Because for Muhammad to do it, it was all right, isn't it? Are you saying what he did was wrong?
Can I answer that? Let me answer.
So why did Muhammad marry someone that's 6 years old?
he's saying something and I'm saying something and we're not meeting
Let me
in the middle.
let me meet you in the
Say
middle.
what you want to say.
I want to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
Maybe it's complete.
Okay.
The Prophet married Aisha,
At 6.
6 years old. I think it's 6.
I'm pretty
They
sure.
consumed at 9.
Consummate at 8 or 9.
9.
Yeah.
Listen, he married her early, and then he waited until she reached puberty, defined by her menstruation, and then he consumed the marriage.
It doesn't say that.
Hold on.
Yes or no?
No. You
It
cannot
doesn't say
you
that she
cannot
had
say something
menstruation.
that you don't have proof for it. It's not in their date. Show me their
Proof of what?
that
So,
doesn't say.
listening to Tabari
that
and
she menstruates.
It doesn't say that she did.
Can never see any evidence of that. Never. See, don't let us check it. You're not going to see it.
No. These details are not in the Quran.
It was she was ready to take the penis basically. That's why her mom gave her figs and cucumber. It was nothing to do with puberty. It was that she would have died. If he penetrated her at 6, she would have died.
One more point. You are comparing the females of today to the females of the time that
Yeah,
she
Hold on,
lived.
Amy, please,
If
hold
you
on.
compare- If you compare the average age of menstruation in Russia to the average age of menstruation to girls in Saudi
You know
Arabia
they've done
or in the
research on
desert,
what you just said now. They've done research in this country of what you just said now.
What?
You know they've done research on what you just said now.
I know, but it's true.
And you know the funny thing?
It is true
It used to be
nonetheless.
even
But what I am-
later then. It's earlier now.
In hot countries and hot climates, girls tend to get their menstruation.
Can't focus because of
They tend to reach menstruation.
Are you trying to say girls of the?
I am saying she would have died if she had.
How come she couldn't have children? Because he broke her. He broke her vagina.
No, I'm saying.
Why would she die?
You're comparing the physical attributes of women today to how
There's no
it was
difference there. That's what I'm saying. They've done the research.
They did the research.
Yeah,
back in,
the menstruation.
1,000
Yeah, they use
years
bones.
ago.
They use skeleton. Yes, they've done the research in this country.
Can you
There's
please
two.
provide me with the research?
Okay, I'll show.
Why do the, if you say that this was back then, madam, why do the Muslim people still apply that today? I respect that you wouldn't do that, but there are many Muslim men that would marry little girls.
There are lots of
today.
There's a lot of Muslims that do not do the religion correctly. I'm not saying
That is correct, according to Islam, to marry a
to me,
child.
the Quran is the one true word. Whether Muslims follow it correctly or they don't, that's not on me as a Muslim who follows the religion. For example, for me, I know that I am shortcoming in my religion but by not covering my hair. But now you do see my hair, don't you? So I know that I'm shortcoming. I know that this is something that I need to get to. If people are not following Islam the right way, it does not make Islam wrong.
The right way is to marry children.
The right way is this. If a country, Arab country allows it, I can do it today. That's the right way.
If an Arab country allows it,
If a country, even not Arab country, any country.
I lived in Arab countries.
No. I said
There
if.
are, okay, the country that I used to live in,
Yes.
this is Jordan.
Jordan,
Okay, I
yeah.
stand-
What's the age of consent?
Right, I'm telling you. So we have the Sharia law, the Islamic law, and the country law. They are merged together because the majority of the country is Muslim.
Muslim country,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, it used to be that with the consent of the parents, the same way that with the consent of the parents,
Yes.
you can marry a child here at the age of 16, and she does not need consent by the age of 18, correct? Now that the law has changed, only this year has changed, that only by 18 years old, regardless of parents interfering or not, okay? So it used to be 14.
She's a racist woman,
and
man.
Jordan.
In Jordan, it
Calling
used to be
people of
14
the race,
with the
Pakistanis.
approval of the parents.
The racist woman,
and
man.
I'm not sure without the parents.
No, but
at
I'm
what
talking
age.
about a country that allows it. If you're 6, 8, what will happen? That means you're allowed to do it. If a
It's not
country,
allowed.
I'm not saying in Jordan. There's some countries that they allow you to marry.
Okay. They allow you to marry young.
Yes. They don't even have age of consent. They don't even have age of consent.
I think Maldives is a Muslim country. You can
Is it
have
Maldives?
sex at 9.
Maldives.
In many African countries,
There's some
you can have
African
sex
countries
with
as well. You can
children.
do it. But the thing is,
Even in
let's-
Jordan.
Those are not Muslim
But you do
But the
countries.
question is,
understand
but the
that
question is
this
this.
there
The
might
question
be
I ask
forced
is
marriage.
this.
Forced marriage
If a
is
country
haram.
allows it,
But in Islam, it's forced marriage because silent is consent.
Haram.
It's silent consent.
Listen, both of you,
It's
can
silent
you answer this?
consent. It's silent consent
What's
in Islam.
silent?
Right, if you're silent, Muhammad said it's consent.
anything,
So imagine if a 40-year-old man marries a little child and she doesn't say anything, that's
Can I ask
consent
both
in
of you?
Islam.
Okay, both of you, because you guys, you seem so nice, yeah?
But it wasn't a sin for Muhammad to do that.
No, it's not.
Can I ask you, both of you, please listen to this question. Be honest with this, with your answer, please. Yeah? If a country allows it, will it be haram? Will it be a sin or not in Islam? If a country
to
allows
do what?
it,
To do
to
what?
marry someone that's 7 years old, if a country allows it, will it be a sin in Islam? Will it be a sin?
Does Islam specify at what age you can marry a woman?
No.
That's not what I
You
said.
can marry
If a
babies
country
even.
allows it, will it be a sin in Islam?
No, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't be a sin. So that's what we're talking about, yeah? So at the end of the day, yeah, law of the land cannot supersede law of God.
No.
You understand, yeah? So law of God is supposed to be what? Above law of the land.
But I explained.
Listen, I get it, I get
answered
it,
your
I
question
get it,
before and you
I
know
get it,
that.
I get what you're saying.
Okay.
But the thing is this, yeah, some things, so far it's not going to be a sin in your religion. That's the problem.
What's the problem again?
The problem, because so far it's not going to be a sin for you to marry someone that's too young
Yes.
in your religion
Yes.
is a problem. Whether you're free to do it or not, whether the law of this country allows you to do it or not.
That's fine.
If you're
So we're
past,
assuming
if
that there
you're
is no law of
listen,
land. Is it okay to marry the girl?
in the Bible, it's not okay. It's not okay for you to marry a child, even if the law of land allows
We're
it.
saying yeah, it's allowed in Islam.
That's what I'm saying. And that's evil.
How is it evil?
To marry a child,
Why is that?
have sex with a child.
Okay, what's your definition of a child is the point here? And I know this is something
We
that
just
they
said,
say.
we just
it's a
said
crazy
too
question
young. We
to
just
ask.
said too young. Someone that's too young. I just gave you 7
What does
years
that
old.
mean, too young?
I just gave you
What does that
7 year
mean?
old. I just said
But this
7.
country,
I just said
this country-
7. I just put 7 years old. I said
Even
7.
This
12 years old
country-
is too young.
No, 7. I want to go to 7.
in this country,
Because that's the minimum.
wasn't it it allowed to
I want
marry
to go
at
to
12?
7. I'm saying 7.
Wasn't it allowed to marry at 12 in this
What
country?
did
I never
Jesus
said 12.
say?
Yes or no?
But
What?
it's
So-
not to do
so
with
it's-
it.
it's okay at 12.
Nationalists,
It's
we're
okay at 12.
Christians. We follow the
It's
law
okay at
of
12. I'll
God.
show you why it's okay in our religion. I'll show you what's okay in our religion.
Not religion.
So Mary was
Law
a
of the land.
woman when
Why
she
would I-
conceived.
You guys keep talking about law of the
Hold on,
land.
hold on, hold on, I'm sorry.
Law of this
No
land
law
say a
of the
man
land,
and a man
just
can marry.
Christianity
Do you
and
know a
Islam.
man and a man can marry?
Okay.
Do you know that? A man and a man can marry in this country. Do you know
How
that?
you know that?
A man and a man can marry.
Yeah, I do know that.
In Islam, can a man and a
No,
man marry?
no.
So why you so,
Okay, fine. My bad, yeah, no law of the land.
I said in this
Oh,
life?
No, in this land.
So if it's allowed, why is it not allowed in your religion?
Because we think that it's
Follow
we
the law
think
of the
it's
land.
bad.
Why you not follow the
I
law of
don't
the land?
follow the law of the land. Hold
Neither
on.
do we. We follow the law of
You
God.
just said follow the
You're
land.
confusing two things. Deja.
Yeah, it's supersede. Yes, that's what I said,
My
and that's
friend,
what I'm standing on.
My friend,
Yeah.
you're
So we
confusing
don't
two
change
things.
it.
No, that's not a law that compels you to marry. That's a law that allows you to marry.
Exactly.
Good.
Just
so,
because a
so
law-
I'm not gonna marry a man because I'm allowed to marry a man.
Yeah.
I can still adhere to my religion.
I'll show you what our
In
Bible
Islam,
says.
there is no specific age to marry.
I know that.
The only condition is
Not-
to be physically and
Mature.
mentally mature.
Good.
She's
Now-
physically and mentally mature. Right.
Says who?
Right. I'm about to bring it out for you. I'm going to say it in Arabic and translate.
Because Allah likes child sex. Allah likes child sex.
Sorry.
Allah likes child sex.
And you love racism. And you don't like Pakistanis.
But you
Racist
just agreed.
woman,
But you
man.
just agreed now.
Huh?
You just agreed now that in Islam,
I agreed.
yeah.
I don't run away with
but I will
anything
show-
that is
but-
because
good,
I endorse it
like
fully.
that. This is
Good.
what I mean. I like when people are like,
All right,
you're
yeah,
honest
yeah.
with your religion, because a lot of Muslims are not.
Yeah,
and
sadly.
which sadly, I will show you what Bible says about marriage.
That's fine.
Is made. Islam is
Ezekiel
made
6
for
or
child
something.
molester.
Bring
You know the
Shafi'i,
Bible
bring all
verse
this.
where, sorry? Which one? The one that God was saying that I saw you in your blood and I wrapped you.
Or it is not.
Ezekiel is in Ezekiel.
Amy, even if I talk with her half an hour, she
Regarding when God entered covenant with, I'll check it.
they get blinded. The child
I think it was Ezekiel 6.
I have no idea.
I'll say.
لكن لا يدخل الرجل
Yeah.
الصغيرة إلا إذا كانت بحيث تنطق الجماع وهذا يختلف باختلاف الأزمنة والأمكنة والبيئات. Okay.
Perfect. Translate that in Arabic.
So it says a man cannot consume the marriage with a child or like a girl or whatever, his wife.
Yeah.
Okay. If she was young, unless if society allows it, unless
The environment allows it.
she has to be mentally and physically mature. So we can define that. I wouldn't define if a girl gets her period at 11 years old, she's not mentally mature. So you need to judge that by yourself. In the
Who says
Quran
this? Who
also-
says that?
Let me just finish it.
Okay, you explain
And then
it.
it says,
Sheikh Al-Fawzan says this.
and then this, it says this
that
depends on the time,
time
place,
period.
and the environment.
Yeah.
This
I
is
get
what
it.
I was trying to tell you. That
I understand. I've seen all these things
Right.
before, but there's a misleading behind this all these things. Who said these things?
So if you said the
Fawzan.
Sheikh
Sheikh Al-Fawzan. It's like the Tabari and Ibn Kathir
But
that you've been
that's
bringing
the
up.
thing. This person is not God. You're not getting.
But he's
it.
a scholar of Islam.
That's his law. That person is giving their own.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because in Islam it speaks about the age of maturity. That's when you start fasting. That's when you start practicing your prayer. So that's when يوضع عليك القلم. That's when,
That's when-
your record starts.
Okay.
So that's where you start
So
practicing
you're
the
not
Islam as
getting
it
it.
is.
You're not getting it. When God gives a command,
Yeah.
it's from God.
Yeah.
You cannot change it. Even me cannot change it.
Right.
If God allows me
You
to
don't
do
change
something,
it. Yes, you're right.
if God allows me to do something,
But he didn't allow it.
In order to
When did he
marry,
allow
you
it?
need to
Because
be
he didn't
baligh,
say no, he allowed it?
baligh,
Because we have
aqil.
something else that's sunnah. And the sunnah is what the Prophet practices and what the Prophet says.
you
It's
just said it
command.
now. You see, this is the thing here. We keep going back and forth. You just said Prophet did. If Prophet do something,
Yeah, the Prophet
that's a
did it.
sunnah.
Good.
Did your Prophet marry someone that's 6 years old?
Yes. And then what did he do? He waited until the age of maturity to consume the marriage.
No, listen.
But
don't
that's
hide.
the
Listen,
sunnah.
listen. See, we are being honest, yeah?
And we are being honest.
You can never find anything that says he waited for her to reach puberty.
I'll bring it up.
Find it out.
It's good if, yeah, that's good.
If you
We're
can,
getting down.
let's clarify that one first.
We
You
won't
can
find
never
anything
find
that
any
says that the
source that
Prophet waited
says
for it.
he wait. You know, I'm not saying he didn't wait till she's 9, but not because he
Then
was
why?
waiting for her to.
Why was he waiting?
No,
Why
no,
was he
no.
waiting?
He didn't say.
He was no, not November.
He
Come
didn't
on,
say.
man.
He had so many wives. He didn't say.
No,
He had
no,
so
no,
many
no, no.
wives.
He
He
did-
was busy. Whatever it is,
My
we
brother.
don't know.
brother.
If she was sick, we don't know.
brother.
So you don't put. I'm not gonna put into it. Don't put into it. Can we do that? If I don't know something, let's do that. If I don't know something, I'm not going to put into it. Don't put anything into it as well. He didn't say because of menstruation. If he says it, I will allow it.
But so what he was saying before, in Islam, your judgment begins once you are mature enough to make your own decision. So a child, if a 5-year-old dies and they've done something wrong, it doesn't count for them. They're too young.
I understand that part. I understand
so
that.
in order for you to get married, you need to be baligh, which is mature.
You're talking as if Allah doesn't know what Allah is saying. You're not getting what. See, when you talk like this, you're making it seem Allah doesn't know what He's saying. Because Allah knows all things, right? He's supposed to know all things.
Yes.
So when Allah is talking about people that are too young to menstruate, that they can divorce, that means Allah allows it. He knows it's fine. Because people used to do it back in the days.
Okay.
So He said, okay, these people, they can marry and divorce, even though they are too young to menstruate. Allah didn't say no. Don't sleep with someone that's too young to menstruate. Allah never condemned it. He even said you can divorce them. After you've had sex with them, you can divorce them. So if Allah allows something...
And you're saying that this is evil?
Sorry? That's evil. That's what exactly, that's what I'm saying, that's evil. And so nobody, even Muhammad cannot change it. Tabari cannot change it. Ibn Kathir cannot change it. Only person that can change is Allah. And if Allah never change it, I'm allowed to do it if I'm a Muslim. Nobody can tell me what to do. So far the law of the land has allowed me, I can do it. And even if the law of the land doesn't allow me, so far your religion allows it. It's evil. It doesn't matter whether you can practice it. For example,
Islam evil?
no. Do you think it's evil or not? Do you think it's evil to sleep with someone that's too young to menstruate? Someone like 6, 8-year-old. Do you think it's evil or not?
You Arab native.
I'm Moorish. I'm from North
You're
Africa.
asking me for my personal opinion.
Yeah, your personal opinion.
But I would never say something that is against my religion. So if my religion
You
says...
cannot be honest.
What?
You cannot be honest.
No, listen, my personal opinion...
We come here because we genuinely believe
If you're honest, if being honest is yes, say yes.
For example, my religion tells me I do not drink alcohol, but I'm like, oh no, but it's so tasty. That's my own desire in life. That's my own thinking in life, and I don't know better
But that's
than
on
my God.
you, not your religion.
I don't know better than Allah.
But that will exactly that will be on you, not your religion. But if your religion says you can do something like that, if you think it's evil, you should be able to say, yes, I'm a Muslim, but I think this is wrong.
I don't think it's
I don't call
evil. I
Jesus.
think that
You think
I
it's
am
good?
not. I think, listen, it's not black and white.
It is black and white.
It's not, let's say.
Do you know why?
I do not think
I like
it's
it.
evil. I do not think it's evil. I think there is wisdom that I cannot comprehend beyond it.
What wisdom?
Maybe-
Behind.
Did you know Muhammad was a white man who was racist?
Muhammad is a white man that was racist. Not Arabian man.
He was a white man.
He was a white man that was racist, not Arabian man. Because he has a clan that's called Banu Hashim, that's very well known in Arabia, and he was not a white man at all. And his clan stood...
We condemn this in person. Because people pay jizya, isn't it? Or you die. So the thing is this, yeah? See,
So you die as a
Either you pay
European.
jizya or you convert
Do you know what
to be
Muslim. You know the Bible.
So these are the three options given.
Those are the options.
How are you gonna die? You mean?
They'll kill you. You get killed. But the thing is this, yeah? Can I ask you something? Let's see. I like
I
something.
don't know.
Would you condemn it? That's the case. Would you condemn it? Would you say
But
that is wrong?
I want to
No,
check
the
it
honest
out.
truth is this,
It says
yeah?
that
The honest
because
truth is
I've
this, yeah?
never- I don't even know
The thing is this, yeah? See, our God, He doesn't judge us with what we just say alone. It's just our heart. In your heart, you know, it's...
But your God, you say, is
Hold
Jesus
on.
and is the Holy
No,
Spirit.
I can explain that. I can explain that to you. Don't worry.
So who is your
Hold on, I can explain that to you. Yeah? But the thing is, in your heart, I cannot say it. He cannot say it. No one can say it. But God can see your heart. You know that it's wrong to sleep with someone that's too young.
Listen, if God thinks it's correct, I believe what God says.
No.
It's not
What you said is right.
No,
Now I'm talking about you.
You, as a person, can believe that racism
Listen, we'll
is
talk
correct.
about God.
You can believe
Listen,
that
we'll
there
talk
is
about God. We'll talk about God. I'm talking about you.
about me.
Yes. You in your own heart, you
Listen,
think.
if it's up to me, if I have a daughter, if I have a 6-year-old daughter, would I marry her off at 6 years old?
You wouldn't do it.
But it is relevant.
I wouldn't.
So now I like what you said. But this is not the thing, yeah? When it now comes to God,
I wouldn't do it because the time and age that we live in now.
but it's still allowed to today. It's still allowed in Islam. But I like what you said. If it's from God, me too, I won't have problem with it. What you said, me too, I will say, okay, even though if I wouldn't do it, if it's from God, but this is not the problem. It's not from God.
No, but I don't. You're just a human.
See,
I'm just a human.
sorry?
We are human. We
Yeah,
are
no,
not
I'm
on the
saying
same
that
level.
command. I'm saying that command is not from God. It's from Satan.
To what?
the command that you can marry is someone that's too young. It's from Satan. Okay, now let me now explain it to you. Let me explain it to you.
It was a murder.
Allah.
You're doing what you're doing with
You think
Palestine.
Allah is the same
because you
God
forget.
as Yahweh?
But you keep speaking over me. Allah will answer one by one. I can answer
Do you think Yahweh and Allah are the same?
one by
I
one.
know you believe otherwise,
One by one.
but we believe that it's one God.
I'll tell you what it has to do with
All
Palestine.
the prophets were, you know, everyone, all of them, same God. So
That's what you believe.
I believe all the prophets sent by God. I am told to believe in all the prophets.
No, I'm not.
Do you know what impersonation means? Impersonation. Impersonation. Do you know what? Someone trying to be.
Impersonation, yeah.
You know, yeah. So this is what happened. Yeah. Yahweh.
Yeah.
Allah is trying to impersonate Yahweh. Allah is not Yahweh.
So where did Allah come from to impersonate
Allah is Satan.
Yahweh?
Allah is Satan. I will show you.
Good, yeah, that's good. The reason we are saying that you're doing what is done by...
Sorry, but I just have to. I have to.
Tell him.
I'm so
Tell him.
sorry.
Everybody, every person.
Telling me that Allah. I'm so sorry.
Fine, sir.
We're living in a
You hear next
So we have to go. What's your conclusion? What's your conclusion?
No, I'm trying to tell her that Allah is different from Yahweh. Because she said,
That's fine. I don't think.
because she said, if that command is from God, she doesn't have a problem with it. And I say, I understand it. But the command is not from God.
I thought I was having a conversation with the same person. I didn't know I was having a conversation with someone.
Forget the context and the